I grew up in Jersey and I have a Hispanic father, so I was always kind of in like panaderias and bakeries. I did find myself in a spot where I needed a job very quickly. Housing was a little more expensive than I thought. I picked up a job at a fast food style restaurant while working at another restaurant, and I was talking to someone and I asked, like, you know, where do I find a cheap apartment? And she said, there's some people I can point you to that they know a lot more than me and they really helped me, and I got Hala's number. One of the things that's been most important about Big Table, they provided me with an ORCA card that helped me get to work when I had just paid a security deposit, and there was a risk of me either having to be that guy on the bus that's like sneaking in the back, and which can lead to legal trouble, or getting fired. I remember our first meeting was, he picked me up at work, we went right next door, he bought me like a cup of coffee and a sandwich, and he just asked me, like, you know, how'd you get here? And I still have yet to hear a critical or damning word from the man, because there's not a bone in him that's trying to judge or trying to make you better or worse. And that was the impression I got from minute one, and to this day, that's how I feel about him. So the first place I lived in was West Seattle, and I lived with this gentleman, and I suffer from bipolar disorder. Had a lot of trouble getting out of bed, had, you know, suicidal ideation and I are like this. And one of the things I do is I tend to hole up and sleep a lot. So I was sleeping, you know, anywhere from 10 to about 15 hours a night. I mean, I think he thought I had a substance issue, I didn't. So I got an email, and he was like, you have to be out at the end of the month. I remember getting that email and just crying, and I took a walk to this bridge somewhere in West Seattle. I had my feet over the ledge and I was just sitting, where if a piece of wind, or if I had just gotten like a little inch more, that's it. I sat there for like a solid hour, and I didn't do it. I knew that if I was dead, Hala would just be like, damn, we let one get away. I was in conversation with him within the next 2 or 3 days. I needed someone to talk to. There have been times in my life where there's no one within 50 miles that is going to hear me out when I'm struggling, or be there when I want to quit, but I just need someone to tell me, go forward. And what Big Table came and gave me was that. It's that one reason that can keep you off a bridge. It's that one thing that could keep you at work. And Hala has been someone where I know that he believes in me. Actually, I've been interested in attending Bible study with Hala, not from a religious perspective, but in a way that whatever that man eats, sleeps, and reads is better for everyone around him. And whatever is influencing him is just something I want to be a part of. If you meet someone at Big Table, you'll see it's not the money that makes the organization great, but it's the people like Hala. My life would be very different if it weren't for Big Table, and I'm just one of thousands of people in this state alone. So I get to move back to New Jersey, where I'm originally from. I'm going home, head above my shoulders, eyes set towards the future, and the world feels like my oyster again, and I'm so thankful to be out of the darkness and into the proverbial light.